What is Bard? It's Google's technology that leverages its language model called LaMDA, which has been in development for roughly 2 years. LaMDA and GPT-3, which ChatGPT is based on, are both language models, but they do serve different purposes. LaMDA is a model that's been trained to generate text in response to prompts in a conversational style. For example, when I say like this video because it helps with YouTube's algorithm, you'll understand what to do because it's conversational in nature. GPT-3, on the other hand, is a much larger language model that's been trained on a massive amount of text from the internet, allowing it to generate text on a wide range of topics and perform many language tasks like translation, summarization, and even question answering. In simple terms, LaMDA is focused on generating text in a conversational manner, while GPT-3 is a more general language model that can perform a wider range of tasks, like even coding, for example. So knowing the difference here is important because Google's intent is to use LaMDA to amplify Google search results even more. In fact, Google said, we're working to bring these latest AI advancements into our products, starting with search. But they're not stopping there. They also said now our newest AI technologies like LaMDA, Palm, Imagine, and Music LM are building on this, creating entirely new ways to engage with information, from language and images to video and audio. And what that means is they'll gather information from all sources to be able to generate responses with Bard. And it's also different from ChatGPT because Google is using real-time information to update Bard. But here's the part that I didn't expect. Google said the scale of the largest AI computations is doubling every 6 months, far outpacing Moore's Law. And Moore's Law is a rule that says that computers will get faster and smaller and better every 2 years. And Moore's Law can be compared to the exponential growth of a savings account. Imagine you have a savings account that earns a 100% return every 2 years. Over that time, the amount in your account would grow rapidly, becoming larger and larger with each passing year. This is similar to how Moore's Law predicts the rapid increase in computing power as the number of transistors on a microchip doubles approximately every 2 years. So just as a savings account grows with compounding interest, computer processing power continues to grow and improve, leading to advancements in technology and new capabilities for computing devices. So what does all of this mean for SEO and online business? Well, number one, this will change SEO, but it won't kill it. But you need to look back at what Google's already done. For example, I've shared throughout the years that Google has been killing clicks by giving instant answers and increasing the quantity of search features. For example, when you search what time is it in St. Louis in Google, you're going to get an instant answer. You don't need to do any more research or go to any websites. So just imagine this, but for queries with more complexity. Which brings me to point number 2, which is don't target simple queries that AI can easily answer. So let's take a look at 2 different keywords. First, what is the sun? And you'll see that ChatGPT gives an instant answer that will be sufficient for most people. And you can even go deeper and ask clarifying questions. Google Bard will likely do the same thing. And these types of keywords are dangerous to target because AI can easily answer them. But now let's look at a different keyword. Who's the best plumber in St. Louis? Well, what you'll see here is that ChatGPT doesn't give you a straightforward answer. And the reason is simple. It's too subjective. And that's where SEOs can continue to thrive in an AI world. You must focus on keywords that have a high level of subjectivity and nuance. And that doesn't mean that you can't target informational queries, but you just need to be more selective. For example, one of the biggest mistakes I see people make on the local SEO level is creating content with national intent. So they might be working with a St. Louis plumber, but they'll create content like, how do I fix a leaky faucet? While this can work to drive broad traffic across the entire US, it doesn't drive leads, and it won't work well in the near future when AI can tackle these questions. So what's the alternative? Well, you need to go deeper on the local level. Focus on keywords that have local intent. Instead of how do I fix a leaky faucet, you'd create a data-driven asset sharing how frequently pipes burst in the winter in St. Louis. Number 2, use this AI technology to your advantage. For example, rewind this video to the section about Moore's Law. That entire section was possible because of ChatGPT. First, I asked, what is Moore's Law? Then I asked it to explain it to a 4-year-old, and it gave me a hilariously accurate analogy based on my prompt. But then I asked it to use an analogy that's applicable to an adult. And as a result, that went into my script. So the point is, don't fear technology. Use it. Become a master of prompts and use these language models and AI to increase your output. We're living in an incredible time, and you really only have 2 options. Crawl into your turtle shell and fear change, or use it to your advantage to get ahead. And guess what? While some people are crying about change, there are people who are already using this technology to crush their competition. The truth is, capitalism can be ruthless, and your competitors don't care about your feelings. So if you want to win, embrace this technology and adapt to the change.
Be formless, shapeless, like water.
And that brings me to point number 3, take a deep breath.
Let it go.
At this point, Bard isn't even active in Google's search results, and Google has a history of products that they've killed off. This transition will take time, it's gonna be ugly, and SEO in general will be okay for the short term. But there's no denying that SEO will change, so embrace that and just roll with the punches. More importantly, begin to integrate AI into your daily SEO workflow. And please don't wait, because you will get left behind. And finally, the biggest opportunity in all of this change isn't probably what you expect. You see, I had an epiphany many weeks ago.
An epiphany is a moment where you see or understand clearly.
I felt a small amount of fear creeping into my mind because of the rapidly advancing AI technology. But then I realized something that changed my entire view of it. Think about this. OpenAI, which is the company that created ChatGPT, has one objective above all else: make money. And how do they make money? Well, there are 2 ways. Number 1, they charge consumers to use their OpenAI technology through a subscription model. Number 2, they charge businesses API usage fees for building applications using their OpenAI technology. And this brings me to a question for you. What applications can you build that leverage the power of AI? You now have the ability to create code, write content, and build business plans using ChatGPT or Google here in the near future. So think about what you could create that solves real world problems in your industry, and then use this technology to create unique value. That's how fortunes will be made with AI. So while some people are already quitting, I see a massive opportunity because AI has leveled the playing field. Thank you so much for watching. If you got value from this video, please like it and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.